We'll stay on the Hood to Coast course for this next story as we take this live look at Mount Hood from our Timberline Skycam. The parking lot up there at Timberline will be packed this time tomorrow as the early waves of runners take off. Rod Hill is going to join us here in just a minute to tell us about the potential for stormy weather that those runners may have to deal with. But first, we're going to fill you in on the traffic impacts that come with the mother of all relays.
And of course, our traffic expert will explain. Chris McGinness has more on what you should expect on the roads during Hood to Coast.
They call it the mother of all relays, but if you want no part of the traffic around the 41st annual Hood to Coast Relay this weekend, here are some things to know. First, there are 35 exchanges, handoffs along the course, but the 5 major van exchanges are the busiest in terms of event traffic. Not only will both vans from every team be on the road near these sites at the same time, there are also hundreds of volunteers staffing each major exchange. With a staggered start throughout the day on Friday, traffic impacts on Highway 26 are relatively mild, but being a weekend with lots of travelers, Friday afternoon is likely to be extra slow through Sandy, especially near Sandy High School, which is the first major van exchange. Watch your speed and watch for runners on the westbound shoulder. The next major exchange is near OMSI, and between the thousands of vans cycling through and the occasional freight train traffic, this is also a good area to avoid. From Portland, runners and walkers head out Highway 30 to the Columbia County Fairgrounds, not far from St. Helens High School. The route then heads up into the Oregon Coast Range with a steady stream of van traffic participants and volunteers plugging up roads like Highway 202 and Highway 47. Those are best avoided. Lastly, everyone converges on the beach in Seaside. On Saturday, it's an all-day celebration, an all-day party, and an all-day traffic jam on US 101 along the North Oregon coast. The mother of all relays happens the weekend before Labor Day every year. I've run a dozen myself, and it's a lot of fun. But if you want nothing to do with it, especially the traffic, hopefully this report helps you avoid the mother of all traffic jams. Chris McGinness, KGW News.